All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. All right, get in here, get in here. It's time to get into some things, okay? So listen, you guys have been requesting me to talk about this Cardi B record. Like what? It's been taking me all day, but I'm finally here to it, and I'm here to get into some things in regards to the record. All right, so what are my first thoughts on the record? I'm just going to give it to you straight because I ended up going on StationHead and we talked about it, or Twitter. We got into some things. To me, I don't love the record, but I'm going to start with the positives first, and then we're going to get into a little bit of the negatives, I guess. For me, I think that the record, the video was cool. You know, I don't know if that was her house or, you know, like an Airbnb situation, but it seemed like, you know, it was mid-tier budget for, you know, typically what she usually does. So you can tell it wasn't really the highest budget. It was kind of like a home video type feel, but with Cardi B's aesthetic, she likes nice things. So it's still going to have an elevated feel to it. Cardi B's dream team, though, I feel, whoever hair, makeup, styling, shout out to Colin, they don't play. Like Cardi B's team, as far as like her look, they're going to slay every time. She looks good. Cardi B's surgeon is everything. And I'm not saying that to be funny. The body that she has on this, the boobs look bigger, the waist is proportioned better. The body is eating. I can't even shade you on that. The body is bodying. She's busting out the seams. She looks good. She looks voluptuous. She looks sexy. She is going to give you that hands down. Cardi B looks damn good. Okay. The beat. Missy Elliott, she's produced by Timbaland. Fire, okay? That's going to get you moving anytime, any place, anywhere. It doesn't matter if I was on the record, Miss Netta was on the record, Kaya's on the record, Cardi B on the record, anybody on that record, that beat just goes hard, okay? So a lot of the record, I believe, is relying upon not just the visuals, but the beat itself carrying the song. Actually, more than the visuals, I believe that the beat itself is the star player of this record. And if she would have dropped this song with a different beat, this song would have not went anywhere. Okay. Now we're getting into like what I'm not going to do a whole lyrical breakdown on it. You guys can go look up the lyrics if you want to. I'm just going to give you my opinion on the record. I didn't really like the record. And it's not I didn't really like the record because, well, first of all, before I get into that, shout out to Cardi B dropping her first single solo record in a while. No collabs, no features, nobody. No, she's not trying to, you know, coattail anybody to, you know, make sure that this record pops. So she's sticking her neck out there and she's doing it. Now, she labeled this as a freestyle. In my opinion, I feel like it's a freestyle just in case the record doesn't stick. But either way, you know, I'm just happy that they have music. Now, when we're talking about it, if we're just being honest, Cardi B rapping ability, she's good. But, you know, at this point, when you start off a record, when you're talking about you're going to talk your ish and you're about to get into some things and, you know, you're about to put some gas into the new year. I'm expecting the bars in that you're about to put out. I'm expecting for them to sting. Cardi B does this thing where, you know, when she talks more crap and it hits harder than when she actually delivers on the record. Her bars, while they may rhyme, where they may have some metaphors to them, you know, cat and hat rhyme. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the rhymes are not really, there's not really any cleverness to them. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really feel like there's any like real, the bars are very lightweight. There's nothing, and I'm not even talking about deep as far as super lyrical. I'm just talking about they not really saucy. They just kind of like, you know, what does she say? Bitch's whole life is trash. Think I put a hex on him. Okay, I mean, that's cute, I guess, but that don't make whoever you talking to, that don't make me feel away. You know what I mean? Or the line where she talked about you know, you just getting you get your first pair of Ricks and now you styling. Okay, you know, like it's just the words. Like she could have said that in a more. To me, she could have said that in a harder way. I just feel like some of her bars just, yeah, they there, but they don't really hit for me. They don't really hold any punch, no real pop. But you know, perhaps maybe if the bars they're weak. The bars are weak. I'm just be honest with you. The bars are a little weak. Now, if she was gonna come with weaker bars, at least in my opinion, she should at least be able to deliver them in an impactful way. I think Cardi B needs to recognize that she does have a bit of a speech impediment, and that's not a bad thing. That's just, she doesn't really talk that clearly. And so when you're doing a record and you're doing a freestyle, at some point, like, everything shouldn't sound like a run-on sentence, in my opinion. I believe that she knows how to do it where it doesn't sound like that. Point in case, Tomorrow Too, Put It on the Floor. Those are really good verses to me. And Tomorrow Too, by hands down, is probably one of my favorite verses of her by of all time. But if I'm being honest, this song sounded like one big bongos run-on record, slightly with the cadence and the flow. And to me, even with the bars in there, there was no breathing of the beat or no breathing of the punchlines for it to really sit and marinate. If you think about a bitch that's coming to put gas into the new year and really lay bitches out, why are you breezing through the punchlines? Let them land. Slow it down and make sure we catch it. Maybe we're not respecting the punchlines and the bars because it's moving so fast. And it's just being, let me make sure I get this out and get it on the beat. It feels like she's always chasing the damn beat. This song sounds like one run-on sentence. And I'm sure, hey, there's bars there. But all the time, I don't want to have to go to my Apple Music and Genius just to hopefully find the bars. And I feel like a lot of her fans are having to do that just to find the lyrics. Like, you don't feel yourself really wanting to rap some of the lyrics of her songs. Like, none of her bars go viral. And I'm just being honest with you. Like, people can say what they want about Ice Spice, but she dropped a snippet. You think you're not even the fart. I mean, completely went viral. Granted, people might think it's trash or not, but guess who felt that? Lotto. It was very clear. These hoes not mad at Megan. These hoes mad at Megan's Law. Bitch, you a pussy and you never gonna check me. Like, it's very clear I'm talking to you. She's busting shots at JT, but if I'm JT, girl, it's going over my head. I challenge everybody to go listen to JT, go listen to Megan Thee Stallion, go listen to Ice Spice, go listen to Nicki Minaj, go listen to Lotto. Hell, go listen to Young Miami 50/50. I can't stand her. And then go come back and listen to this and tell me what the difference is between their delivery and this. Cardi B just rambles. It sounds like she's rambling on the beat. And for me, there's no real star power there on the record to me. So the record, it's cute because it's Cardi B. It'll do well because she's more famous than a lot of the girls mentioned. But at the end of the day, this record is meh. It's okay. The beat is going to carry this record all the way home. So this one is this is not a record that's really, really hot to me. I don't really think this record is just fantastic. It's not, and she didn't really need to release this one, if you ask me. And I'm not being a hater. It is what it is. Those are my thoughts on that. Personally, and I also thought that the Rollout was a little corny. I thought the Rollout was corny because, the fan pages started pretending like everybody, was looking for Cardi B. Remember, that was Nicki Minaj. That was the 2019 or 2021 Nicki Minaj Rollout, whatever year that was. It was 2019, 2020 when they were searching for Nicki. But that's when everybody was searching for Nicki. That had already been done. And I personally feel like that was an authentic Where Is Nicki Minaj? Wanted posters were put up and all of that. They tried to recreate that moment with Cardi B. And I just kind of chuckled at it on the side because I'm like, this feels so corny. And then she comes out like, you found me. And I'm just thinking, okay, I'm here. I'm seated. But at the end of the day, the star of this show for me was definitely the fashion, as always, and the beat. This song is okay. And if you ask me, it's trash. I mean, if you want the truth, I'm saying. So if you just want a nice intro, it's okay. If you want the truth, the song is trash. I don't have to ever play the song again. And I'm not saying that for any other reason, but other than the fact that I can barely understand what she's saying. And I don't think that that's just because the way she talks or she has an accent. I think that's because she sounds like she's like, and I don't mean to be funny like this, but it sounds like you're just reading. And it's not saying that you don't write, because I do believe that she writes, and I know that she writes her own stuff. But it's like when you write your own records and when you write your own music, there's a certain delivery that you have. There's a certain cadence that you have. There's a certain confidence that you can have because you know that you wrote it and you feel that way. You feel that in your delivery. And so I just challenge Cardi B to play with more stylizing, her delivery of her verses and her punchlines and her raps. Like, you've got to add more vibrato, more color to the delivery of it, because if you want these punchlines to really stick and these quotables to quote, then girl, you've got to add a little bit more of depth to field. And I'm not really sure, why she's going backwards. I feel like she knows how to do it because she's done it before. However, it feels that she's going backwards with it. And to be honest, I'm not here for it. Now, I know a lot of people are going to try to trash me in the comments. And at the end of the day, I don't care. I said what I said. And I know people are going to say, well, don't try to compare her to Ice Spice, this, that, and the third. Let's be very clear here. Ice Spice may not be a better rapper than Cardi B, but Ice Spice definitely knows how to let a beat build, not let a beat build, knows how to let the beat breathe and know how to deliver a punchline. She knows how to deliver a message for you, okay? At the end of the day, Ice Spice understands that better than Cardi B, okay? And most of the girls do. Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, even Lotto, JT. Now, that's another thing. I'm not understanding why Cardi B is so adamant at JT. I'm no longer battling JT and Akbar at this point. I don't know if it's JT now because JT's becoming more of a fashion girl. But my whole thing is, why won't she whack Nicki Minaj? Aren't you the comparison to Nicki Minaj? Why won't you whack the girl that said that shit's gonna get uglier than your girlfriend? She called your whole girlfriend ugly and indirectly called you ugly, and you won't whack her. You still whacking the mini-me. My whole thing is, girl, if you're going to whack somebody, whack Nicki Minaj. She'd have made your girlfriend famous for being ugly. You should say something. In my opinion, whack her. So I don't know. I just feel as though, her keep, kind of throwing the shots at JT at this point, and I really have to be honest. JT raps better than Cardi B. JT definitely raps better than Cardi B. And at one point, I didn't think that she did, but she does. My list is Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto. Out of the girls that's kind of popular and hot, JT, then Cardi B. If you ask me, and I'm being honest. And at the end of the day, people might think that this is a harsh review, but I just feel as though at some point I'm tired of relying on the beat, the visuals, the hair, and the makeup. At some point, girl, we need you to get back into the booth and really let the beat breathe and land these punchlines and really talk your shit. Because these bars are so mediocre. Yeah, they rhyme. Yeah, they go. But you're not really saying nothing that's really making these girls gag. Like, really gag these girls. You got enough money. You got enough clout. You got enough fame. You can say the same things, but using better words. I don't know if she needs to look up at the thesaurus or figure out how to run a sentence together, but there's 9 writers on a song. Why can't we have more clever ways to deliver some of this attitude? There's no attitude in the record. I don't know. That's just my thought process. Perhaps maybe I'm overanalyzing and overthinking, but those are my thoughts on it. I don't know if you guys will agree or not, but at the end of the day, that's my opinion. I don't have to listen to this song ever again. Will it do well? I'm sure it'll do well, because she has a decent, amazing fan base. I won't even try to downplay it and say decent. She has a large fan base. She has the second highest female rap fan base next to Nicki Minaj. So it definitely will do well off the strength of that, not because the record is just solid. And I think that people need to stop gassing it up and stop trying to act like the record is just so fire just because she drops something, because that be the problem with these artists. You guys are quick to be like, oh, this is great, this is great, this is great. And really, it's really not that great. A lot of you girls sit up here and gas it up because you guys don't want to tell people the truth. And a lot of times people don't tell the truth because everything gets looked at as hating or jealous or flip-flopping, girl. No one's flip-flopping. The facts are the facts, girl. The hardest part of the song is the part where she tell us that she finna talk her shit. Not actually when she starts talking her shit, because I lose every moment of it. I first of all, I don't understand what's being said. Second of all, once I finally get to the bars, they don't really hold much weight. They don't stick like that. Like, really stick them then. If you're gonna shade the hoe, really eat her up. It's like love tapping her, girl. Like, really sit on her face. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm glad she's outside. She said this is just the beginning, so we'll see what is to come. Those are my quick thoughts on this. We may do a deep dive later on in the future. But yeah, I just wanted to get this video out for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Until next time, keep that same energy, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.